Hey y'all, welcome to section 3 of module 2, creating curiosity and open loops, keeping your audience emotionally engaged. And really quick before I get started, I just want to apologize if my voice sounds like annoying or I don't know, like disruptive, but I can't breathe all of a sudden. And it's about 11 o'clock at night where I am right now. So my voice kind of goes out at night. So I probably, now that I'm saying this, should have waited till tomorrow to record this, but must do what I must do. So let's get to it. We have talked about how to grab attention and how to frame your message so people interpret it the way you want. Now, let's talk about how to keep them hooked because persuasion isn't just about getting people to notice you, it's about getting them to stay and emotionally invest in what comes next. That's where curiosity and open loops come in. Think about your favorite TV show, the one that ends every episode on a cliffhanger that makes you say, okay, fine, just one more episode. That's an open loop. It's a story that gives your brain just enough information to get interested, but not enough to feel complete. So your brain keeps looking for the missing piece. That's why curiosity is one of the most powerful persuasion tools we have because it pulls people in naturally. And here's the best part, you can use it in your marketing without feeling manipulative or gimmicky. Let's start with curiosity. So, curiosity is created when your content gives people a question they want answered, but they can't quite answer it themselves. For example, most creators think they have a content problem. They don't, they have a persuasion problem. Okay, you may have told them what was wrong, but you didn't tell them why. That gap right there, that's curiosity. Or another example, there's one invisible skill that turns strangers into superfans, and it's not what you think. Boom, instant curiosity. Because the brain has to know what that skill is. You can use this in hooks, captions, stories, sorry about that, and even emails. The key is to give people enough to feel intrigued, but not enough to feel finished. Now, let's talk about open loops. An open loop is when you intentionally leave part of your story or message unresolved. You may start with, last year I made one tiny shift that changed everything in my business. And then instead of explaining it right away, you build up the emotion, the context, the pain point first. By the time you come back to reveal what that shift was, they're locked in. That's persuasion psychology at work. Open loops work because our brains hate unfinished stories. They need closure. I mean, like if your friend texts you and it's like, girl, I got to tell you something, but she doesn't say anything else, like, hello, I need you to tell me what you need to tell me. It's kind of like that. Our brains need closure. And when you control when and how that closure happens, you control how people experience your message. Now, this doesn't just work for storytelling. You can use open loops across your entire content ecosystem. For example, at the end of a reel, say something like, "And tomorrow I'm breaking down the exact phrase I use that makes people stay." That's a typo. S- Say, no, it's not a typo. I am tripping. Makes people say yes every single time. That's just going to create anticipation, and suddenly they're coming back tomorrow. Or at the end of a caption, this is just one of the persuasion techniques I teach inside my new course, and the next one might shock you. That's an open loop disguised as a CTA. You're not just telling them to buy or follow, you're inviting their brain to close the loop by taking action. So when you're planning content, ask yourself, where can I spark curiosity? Where can I leave a small gap that makes people want to know more? Because persuasion isn't about dumping information, it's about guiding attention. Curiosity is how you do that. It's the difference between content people scroll past and content people can't stop thinking about.